right. Hi, let's get started. I'm Kate from Kate Language. So let me briefly introduce Kate Language. We actually provide K-12 students with different courses in terms of language study. For example, the academic writing, intensive reading, grammar, and vocabulary application. And we specialize in standardized test training, such as SSAT, SAT, and AP exams. And also, there's one more thing we're really proud of. We actually use all the self-created original textbooks instead of asking students to buy any books from the bookstore, because we believe the customized textbook will be most specific and helpful to students' learning pathway. So this is the score from the recent 2021, the students who's just finished the AP test. And we are really glad to find out 66 of my students actually got 5 in all different AP subjects. And then for the rate of scoring 4, that's actually 93%. And then we also do the SSAT and the SAT. That's what we do. And here is our AP teachers team. I'm also actually the team manager. And then we have also the Dr. Mark A. Dodge. He is also the current AP grader. And he also teaches AP World History Modern and also AP Human Geography. And he is the AP team lead and helping us with all the curriculum and administering the tests and everything. So you guys are in good hands because our AP teachers have a minimum 6 years of teaching AP experiences. Well, we will try our best to create the best curriculum and then customize the best, face-to-face guiding classes to everyone. We have the all different 15, I think it's 15, 15 College Board audited courses right now for this year. And then we expect to increase more, probably up to 18 to 20 next year, all right? So actually, if you have reviewed the AP Forum Volume 1 or Episode 1 from the last week, or you have go to our YouTube website and then you subscribe our channel and then you will see the recording from last time. So we're going to just generate something different from last time, just more details. And also those are regarding the popular questions asked by the students and the parents, all right? So first of all, it's regarding AP exam timeline. I'm constantly asked the question like, when should I start doing the AP? I know it's going to be too late if I just started with the school from grade 11, grade 12. And also for some of the top private schools in Toronto, they only provided probably 3 AP subjects. And then I guess the most subjects provided by the private school is going to be the UTS or the De La Salle. They have, I think, 18 or 19 subjects in total. So what if you want to do it earlier when you have more time, when you can be more concentrated, when you don't have to be concerned about the school GPA or the competitive contest or any other extracurricular activities in grade 11 and 12. And then this is timeline, as you can see on the graph. Well, first of all, basically, based on our experience, we have students who actually start preparing AP subjects and take the test in May from grade 8. And actually from our experience at the 2021, we have one student who's got AP Microeconomics 5, and he actually is going to be in grade 9 after September. So that means that he did it when he was in grade 8. And the other boy, he got 5 in AP Macroeconomics. He was in grade 8. And also, as you can see, again, if you were here last week, for the episode 1, you will see the other 2 panel speakers. One was from the UTS, grade 9. He got AP English Language 5 when he was in grade 9. And the other one in grade 9, again, from York School, he got AP World History 5. So that means really your timeline or your pathway really depends on your individual attitude. For example, for my device, actually, starting from grade 8 to 10, you can start AP from some interdisciplinary subjects. That means those subjects or your understanding to these subjects won't naturally improve with your age. So you better do it when you still have more time, better concentration, all right? So that will be different categories we have shared last week. I'm going to skip this part. And then when you are, for example, from grade 9 all the way to grade 11, and for these 3 years, you can go with some subjects you are very good at. For example, if you are good at writing and then speed reading, you can actually try, for example, the AP United States history and also the world history, or even AP English language, all right? And then again, if you are more competitive in some physics contests, or even you have done the AMC 12, you are currently in AME, or you are preparing for the Olympic math test. So in that case, you can actually do the calculus. Really depends on what you're good at right now. All right. So for the final years from grade 11 to 12, that's the years for you to do some challenging AP subjects, right? For example, you don't necessarily like it, but you understand those are very important. For example, whatever major you're going to take in college level, and English and math will be both very important, right? So you can probably planning to do the English, for example, AP English literature, or the calculus AB or BC. Well, BC is normally more challenging than AB. That's what we believe. You can do that in grade 11 or grade 12 when you're ready. And also for some more challenging foreign languages courses in AP, like French. I know actually French is not very popular for American students. Probably they would choose to do the Latin, I guess. Yeah, I mean, for that case, all right. So you can do the foreign languages in grade 12 and 11, all right? So that's the basic timeline for you to plan out. Okay, and then the next question we're going to ask about when you try to plan for the AP. So that's going to be the 3 rules of thumb. First of all, when we talk about the AP, from, for example, score 1 all the way to 5, and then the first rule is always be, give me 5. Because for all of us, we want to get 5, right? We're not happy with 4 even though, well, College Board has been claiming that AP 3 is a decent score. They will call it an okay score, all right? And even for some of the American colleges, that they are willing to give you certain credits in the college level if you get 3 or even above, right? But we're never happy with that. We have to get 5, all right? And then the rule number 2 is going to be, you don't want to feel self-defeated or frustrated in the prep process, right? You want to do something that you can handle. You want to do something attainable, right? You don't want to make yourself feel bad, right? So the third rule of when you decide on what kind of subject you're going to do is that you want to choose some AP subjects that can help you with your school GPA. And then, well, you can learn something from this AP subject. You don't really do the AP test for the sake of taking the test, right? So that will be the three rules we got to follow, all right? So now look at this page. You can see what kind of subjects you can do. This is kind of a colorful and a little bit messy page for you to see, but I will just sort it out from the next slide. Don't worry about it. So from this page, basically, I just want to present, for example, as you can see in the middle, that's what these are the, I guess, the top 8 measures you are mostly interested. For example, I've heard some students, passionate with the journalism, then probably your dream school is Northwestern University or even Boston University, right? Or some other boys want to do the computer science, and then you want to go to Carnegie Mellon, you want to go to Stanford, and medical school, Johns Hopkins, right? Or law school, Stanford, Harvard, business school, UPenn, Wharton, right? And fine arts, for example, most of the kids in Canada want to go to Rhode Island or the Paterson in New York City, and engineering probably want to go to the MIT or Stanford. Architecture is also popular, but I don't think a lot of Chinese students like to challenge this one because this could be a very demanding major for you to take. To do the architecture, you have to be good at in both, for example, language and maybe arts and also the science. All right, so that would be the most demanding one. So as you can see the numbers highlighted in green, so the number represents I guess, the most useful or the most popular AP subjects that you can do. For example, once you take this one, it can be used, in different kind of fields when you go to the college level. For example, you see the most popular would be number 8 for the English language, and also English literature for this one. Because as you know, whatever you're going to learn in college level, language will be the most important thing, right? And then another equally important one would be the calculus, either AB or BC. That is important. Basically, that's for math, right? So you have to be kind of good at math in order to formulate a certain way of thinking, right? Like especially do some in-depth thinking. That would be very important. And then as you can see, number 5 is going to be computer science, all right? As you know, well, cutting edge technology is coming like every day, and then we have to deal with computers no matter what you do. So that is very important. And as for the differences between computer science A and principal, we're going to elaborate maybe later on if you have any questions regarding this, or I'm going to just send the answers or the messages in the chat. All right. And then next one is regarding, for example, history. Okay. Either be the US history. I understand lots of students want to do the AP US history because, well, we are going to the American colleges anyways, right? And then learning history can help us, for example, at least know the American ideology, so you can just network better with the people in there. That would be helpful for your learning process in colleges and even for your career in the future, right? And also learning history can help you not only understand the historical events happened in the past, but also you can, for example, interpret the current affairs better in order to generate or formulate your own like a vision regarding the future. So this is why it is super important. And then regarding the world history, this could be kind of different. Why? Because like I explained in the last episode, there is one honor from a college board regarding taking AP exams that is called the AP International Diploma. For that, that would be the highest honor for the AP students can get. For example, the minimum standard is to take at least 5 AP subjects, and also the 5 subjects that you should manage to score like a minimum 4 or more. 4 or 5, right? So in that 5 subjects, at least the 2 will be the foreign languages, all right? And then 1 is going to be the world vision subjects. For world vision subjects, that could be, for example, the macroeconomics and also the world history and also the human geography. So you are good at thinking about the big ideas about the world, right? That is called a world vision. And the next one is going to be very strong, like a math or science related subjects like physics or like calculus, AB or BC, both work. The last one is going to be any random AP subject you want to do. So minimum 5 of them. If you can get 4 or 5, and then you will be like awarded with the AP international diploma that will be as strong as the IBDP as a diploma. All right. So this is why world history can be a popular subject for lots of students too. And then psychology, as you can see, is a very important interdisciplinary subject because lots of our students can do it, for example, starting from grade 8, and some might start from grade 9. And this is important because, well, as long as you have to deal with the people, and then psychology would be useful, right? Either you're gonna just study the business or the arts or even engineering or journalism especially, right? You have to know something about how you can deal better with people and then how you can make people more comfortable and then in the more scientific way, all right? So those are the popular subjects you can do. As you can see, for example, I guess from number 8 all the way to number 4, that will be the very useful on the top ranking. And then, so as you can see this mind map over here, okay? So this one is pretty easy. Later on, I'm gonna share the PDF version of this slides in the chat. Just for reference, for example, let's say if you want to see it better, see it more clear, and then you can see, for example, I want to go to the law school, and then most related subjects will be these 4. for example, you want to go to learn engineering, probably in Carnegie Mellon or in like Boston, right? And then those are the very related subjects because I believe later on, Ms. Gail is going to explain further. Like when you choose proper AP subjects, it's not only, for example, you go with the easy one. No, not like that. You have to go with something that is more related to your passion, more related to your, well, interest in the college level or in the future as your career path, right? So you have to strategize how you're going to choose AP subjects and then when you're going to start doing it and for different years, how you're going to do it. So here's a very interesting example I'd like to share with you because in recent years, I believe, especially like in Asia or more particularly in China, we've been talking about the 内卷, right? It's more like a very competitive term. Like everything is getting more competitive. So people like get really like tired out for trying to be the better of yourself and then you can never stop. This is more like a trend or a mentality that you can see from most people. If you want to stand out from the crowd, if you want to compete for the like good opportunity, right? So in that case, we can't help but asking like how many AP subjects should I do? Well, that could be very important, right? So the example I can think of was actually regarding an American student I met in last year, the College Board annual forum. And so in the forum, there was one very small seminar with the 4 keynote speakers, and these are the 4 either the American high schoolers or I guess 2 of them were already in the college, right? So there was one boy, he was actually from the West Coast, from California, and then guess what? There was a very interesting fact about this boy. So the forum was actually in November, but this boy only went into University of California, Santa Barbara School in the same year of September. All right. So by the time he went to the Santa Barbara School, he was actually the sophomore. He skipped the year of a freshman. He was a sophomore, and then to upgrade to junior year, he only needed to do like 3 credits. All right. So by the time of the forum, that was in November, he was already a junior. All right. In, I guess, less than 3 months. All right. So I was very impressed by that. And then I couldn't help asking why, because actually he did a lot of APs back in high school. There could be different reasons why, like this American, well, not only this boy, actually the 4 panel speakers did a lot of APs. So for this boy per se, he did in a grade 9, he did 4 AP subjects. And then in 10, he did 6. In 11, did 7. And then in 12, he did, I think, 5. So he did all of that. And then minimum score, he actually got, I guess, a couple of 3. And most of them, he got like 4. And he got a few of 5 also. So what's my point regarding this example? My point is, really depends on your capability or how much you're willing to dedicate your time and effort in this, right? So for him, and then he actually shortened the time for the college study. He actually, shortened time for the graduation can be a proven success when he tried to land a job talking to the HRD from any companies, right? And also he kind of saved the money for the tuition fees for college because, well, American college could be more expensive, right? So that would be the case for him. And then the other 3 students were all girls, and they actually pretty much did the same thing. And I have to admit, one of the reasons because most of the American high schools are able to provide more AP subjects is different case from Canadian high schools, right? So this is why Kate Language has been, dedicating a lot of time and effort to develop like a better high quality AP courses, because a lot of students, especially if you are in a public school without any AP courses, or if you are in a private school that only allows students to start from grade 11, or some of them only start from grade 12, and then you feel you are more capable students, and then you want to start it early, and then you have more choices. This is our mission. All right. So yeah, those are the subjects that you can choose from. And then, so regarding this, for choosing the proper AP subjects, and then I have like 3 don'ts for us to, consider. Number 1, don't go with non-challenging AP subjects. The good example for it is the AP Chinese, which is, I guess, the subject with the highest rate of 5 that would be more than 60%. So I'm not saying like you don't take AP Chinese at all. No. Well, my point is, for example, if you catch my term of saying the AP International Diploma, so as you know, the two foreign languages are very important. So for Canadian students per se, especially students from Chinese community, and then your best English is not the foreign language, all right? Your best choice, number one, would be the French, because, well, most of us have taken learning French from school, especially if you have experiences of living in Quebec, or you are currently in the French immersive schools, right? So you kind of have the advantage of doing the AP French. And then the other foreign language, I guess, comparatively easier for us would be the AP Chinese. And then you can do that. That would be the good choice for you to aim for the international diploma, all right? But if that's not really your top choice to get the diploma, and then you just want to do, AP Chinese, maybe as only one foreign language, and then doesn't really help you to build up your credential at all. This is my point, all right? And then number two, we don't, for example, you don't want to choose irrelevant AP subjects. By irrelevant, this is exactly why I'm showing this graph for you. I don't need any further explanation regarding this one. And then the last don't, we don't want to choose AP subjects in the same category, okay? So by the same category, I mean, for example, if you believe you're better with the math or the science subjects, you do a lot of that AP subjects without any, for example, liberal arts or social science subjects. And then that only means you are kind of restricted in certain field, right? So you are not currently able to break the barrier. You have the limitation for yourself, right? But if you're able to, for example, let's say get 5 for some science subjects like physics or like chemistry, and also you do well in the calculus, and at the same time you do well in AP English or even some history courses, well, that combined together prove that you are kind of all-rounders, right? So that would be a stronger credential for you to apply for the colleges, right? So because that means more potential, more possibilities in the future to be successful in a school or in your career. Okay, so these are the 3 don'ts I like to share with you. Okay, the last one, I think I just mentioned a little bit in episode 1, but I'd like to reiterate. Okay, so for some kind of AP subjects, learning process can actually improve your aptitude or your skills in all different perspectives. For example, let's say, actually from the conversation I had with one of my AP students, he said like, I'm not really sure what I'm interested in terms of, for example, APs or in terms of a college major. I'm not sure about that because I have never been exposed to it. I know nothing about it. This is why I start doing different types of AP subjects, because this is my process or my way of exploration, right? For example, I try to learn this AP psychology to see if I can be interested in this, right? And then I try to learn something like a microeconomics, right? To see if that's going to be my direction in the future, right? So that would be a good way for you to explore what you like, explore your interest. All right. And then number 2, you can actually strengthen your English skills. All right. For either taking the AP English language or literature, that helps a lot for your speed reading and the writing skills, especially as mentioned the last time by one of the keynote speakers, Michael. And he said, actually, learning AP provides a lot of opportunities to discuss some unfamiliar topics about the world, like politics, like wars, or even about the government, right? And then different policies, etc. For these kind of subjects, you barely started from like a school learning, or you barely don't really see that from the normal standard English classes, right? But as we all know, that could be very important, right? And also another thing is, some of our students who have done well in AP English language, and then you don't really have to take extra courses for the SAT preparation, because like for the language and the writing and also for the reading section could be very similar to the MCQ part of the AP English language. All right. So you can just improvise and then just use what you have learned from the AP English classes, and then you can just, autopilot. That would be pretty cool. Okay. And the last thing, this is the feedback I've got from some of my students too. Some AP subjects, especially those regarding the world, the vision, like I mentioned earlier, macroeconomics or human geography or like a world histories, all right? So for these kind of courses, that will be very helpful in in your debating, because as we know, debate is very, very important courses or even practice for us to do in the college level. And then that could be very important in the future or even in life. I started feeling it when I was, when I was in the US, because I kind of feel like I actually need to put a lot of efforts in persuading people to buy my idea even in a group discussion. All right. So in that case, knowing more about like different things will help you a lot in debating, because this is how you can generate, your supporting ideas from all different perspectives. Not necessarily coming up with all different data, but like giving examples of the historical events or like current political like decisions from different countries. That will be like more convincing, or even some of the cases can be taken as the expert testimonial. That will be pretty strong argument to further generate. So these are the very basic thing for you to know about the AP learning. So again, for example, we need to plan out for when you're going to take AP and what subjects you're going to take. And at the end of the day, before all of that, we have to know enough about who you are, what you want to do in the future. All right. So these are like pretty much all the takeaway I want you guys to keep in mind. All right. So this is part for me for today. So if you by any chance have any questions, feel free to leave the message in the chat box, either in English or Chinese, any language you feel more comfortable with.